Okay, guys, it's time for another episode of what everyone likes me to do the best, and that's my show. Let's talk about that for a minute. So, the reason why I'm doing yet another episode, because I don't do another episode unless I reach over 40 views on this thing, on the internet. Because why the hell are you going to keep doing something when it don't produce results? That's kind of a bad move on business. I mean, I ain't no model or anything like that, but I just will tell you this right now that people aren't listening, then maybe I shouldn't really be doing too much of this. So I want to talk today, this episode, unless I change the title and the artwork, the banner that I make for this, is called Reddit and Weep. That's right, Reddit and Weep. Everyone loves the website Reddit because it totally didn't get Donald Trump elected. It totally didn't start a feud of cretins and monsters, and now it has to be policed. But this is the way that Reddit is choosing to police the internet. They are deciding to tell people to not shamelessly self-promote. I just posted a song from my new album. Let's plug Sun God Records here. That's the talentless MR.POPE.bandcamp.com. Sun God Records. We are putting together a compilation, and we always have new artists that we're kind of looking for. I mean, if it's good, I'll put it out for free. I won't charge you. But if you want to be like Mac DeMarco or something, and you live in a small town in Germany, I don't know if you really have a shot. America or Canada, whatever the fuck it is, has a Mac DeMarco. And it's really stupid when we have these kids who just want to be American. We love being American, And it's like, mate, come on. Mate, I don't like it. If this show doesn't meet the hour-long thing, let me just have you guys understand. Let me explain to you that the fact that the matter is, if it is an hour-long show where we discussed numerous things and it's called Let's Talk About That for a Minute, maybe it's a fucking joke, maybe it's a little in-joke, maybe it's just a silly little thing that I'm trying to do. We can't all be Shane Gillis and get fired over a podcast. Let's talk about that for a minute. Shane Gillis and his... I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who gives a shit who it is? Who cares? I don't know who that is. It's dumb to focus on something that's just... purely pop culture. And again, I've talked on this show before about how we all just want to have this role in the world when a lot of this has to do with celebrities. And I can give you some examples. Earlier this week I was talking about the movie that I'm waiting to see with my boy, none other than the great Joaquin, in the film Joker. And these guys that... There's some jokers out there who, don't want Joker to be a movie. It's going to inspire real-life violence. It's only when liberal Hollywood gets involved and tries to make something that's a stunning example of storytelling. It's only when liberal Hollywood gets involved, when people who actually make movies and not saturated campy Marvel, when the fucking nerds get out of the fucking picture, that's when it's a problem. That's why we all look fucking stupid. And I mean, I feel fucking stupid just for bringing this kind of shit up. But Reddit, I digress. I posted one of the episodes of the show. I didn't want to, but you gotta have a following, because the rule is in the biz, your following's not there now, you're not gonna go nowhere. But then again, we can't all be Joe Rogan, smoking weed with the Black Keys and talking shit and all this stuff. Let me tell you something. Let's talk about this for a minute. The Black Keys, in my opinion, they come from a good lineage in terms of being related to Robert Quine, one of them, and then the other guy's has a jazz dad or something like that, uncle. Who gives a fuck? Because, people look at my stuff and they're saying, who gives a fuck, who gives a fuck, who gives a fuck? But it's dumb to me, and it's stupid when we try to police the internet. Because we could have policed the internet and not gotten Donald Trump elected. That's one thing we could have done. But I'm not going to focus this episode or this time on hating conservatives because they're people too. In fact, a lot of you freaks like to talk to me and reach out to me, mainly people I know, because, when it involves you and you think I'm talking about you and you want to say something, it's always when you have a podcast, when your freedom of speech is just taken into account. Let's stop having celebrities be politicians, political people. Politicians are pretty disgusting. I happen to know a friend of a friend of a friend who's a politician, and they're pretty gross. Pretty much for a reputation, and that's the disgusting side of America. That's not making America great again. Mike, get me Giuliani. I need him because I demand loyalty. You see how easy it is to do this? I really want to mention the fact that I put out a podcast and it was downvoted, but you assholes on Reddit Reddit has gotten me a lot of great free press, but let me explain to you a story that happened in the year of our Lord in 2017. I had released The Mania. I'd been dropped from a label called You Don't Deserve This Beautiful Art, and I originally started Sun God Records as an imprint of that, but I was deleted from the label. I was deleted completely from the category. But I'm sorry, Evan, hate to inform you, but this wasn't the first time I've been deleted. I have also been deleted from the major music industry on a project with Derek Braxton, the famous thief who has stolen equipment and all this stuff, and also did some great albums. So I can forgive Derek, but I don't know if I can forgive some fat kid who's sitting alone in his room and talking about how Eggo waffles are his god or whatever. And I really think that Evan was a great musician, was a great artist. I still think he is. I wish him the best, but sorry, buddy. You kind of gave me a lot of bad artwork, bad publicity, bad promos and stuff like that. An artist-run label, you can't see somebody as dollars and cents, and you can't be limited. You're not going to make it in doing that. Take the recent Clive Davis documentary that's out there. That's actually pretty damn good, but I shut it off when I just saw a little too much of Alan Jackson towards the end. And we have a lot of wackos and their wacko theories about the music industry being satanic and whatnot, and I fucking hope not. Devil worshippers, and there's a lot of sick people out there, but what the fuck? That's really, I really hope not. I really don't care at the same time. But then again, it seems that the worst people right now, the people to blame, in my opinion, are those who say, I don't care. So Reddit, I just posted a song, and it was on an experimental music thing, and that was to promote the song from my newest album, which you can find at the talentlessmrpope.bandcamp.com, Sun God Records, The Art of Love. And it's an experimental song because I talk about the idiot Post Malone on there. And all Post Malone did in order to get famous was use the internet and marketing and branding. It's most of that. And people are talking about how brave Aaron Carter is now for his new face tattoo, but good for him, because I think he has a lot more experience and qualifications. He's a lot more of a celebrity as compared to some little shit like Lil Peep and his bullshit and his fakery and all this stuff. Fuck you people for liking that nonsense. The music's bad, formulaic, SoundCloud formulaic, basically unpaid people, unpaid assholes taking the SoundCloud. I've been on SoundCloud since 2010. I always thought it was dumb. The one good thing about it is that it actually gets your music out there in the rawest form, and the quality's pretty good. You can listen to it on your phone. But I have to care more about a following and a fan base and a network of people that aren't just fucking can't afford the internet. That doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay for this music. Yeah, some recent albums of mine are pretty heavily priced because, thank you fucker Elon Musk, you take a percentage out of whatever I make because you created PayPal. PayPal's awesome, but it's also a bank. It's a virtual fund. You can get a lot of stuff through that, and just go fuck yourself. There's narcissism and this stupidity and this culture we have that can just be so easily mocked. It doesn't really add up anymore because it's not fun. It's just not fun anymore doing all this bullshit. But I do have a new song out on the Sun God Records radio. That was my private account because that's something that the music industry, that's what some people do. You're in the music industry. You don't want your big name to be known. Maybe you got discovered on SoundCloud, but you have a fucking paycheck and you have a real job. Sometimes they create fake accounts. And there are some A&R people out there that do that. I am on a distribution... Never mind, I'm not even going to talk about that. Because, you know, whenever I talk about these things, you guys spoil it and make me feel fucking bad about it. And, like, I'm spoiled or something like that. So I'm just, you know, some people, again, this is what I can't stress. With the truth, some people just don't deserve to know. So I don't care, you know, I mean, I've made a lot of jokes recently. Well, not so much jokes as like they're really like you know, razor sharp. It's a razor sharp tongue because fuck you, Reddit. Fuck you for fucking. You guys created this entire alt-right movement, this complete disgusting. You know, you will not impress your fucking parents, your old racist parents, because they're so good at hiding their fucking racism. Anyone who is aware of this should really check out the show. Yes, go and find a streaming platform where you can see the show, The Loudest Voice. The story of Roger Ailes. And I grew up myself listening to conservative media. I grew up listening to either Howard Stern, which was what my mom had me listen to, because it was fucking funny. Or I had the pleasure of listening to Schnitt and Rush Limbaugh on 610 WIOD. And it fascinated me because I really did love radio, and I worked in radio myself. But in South Florida, we have this big problem where we just don't want to fucking pay people for what they're worth. We want to create internships and make it feel special, and that's cute, right? It's very, very fucking cute. Let's talk about that for a minute. It's sponsored purely by Sun God Records, and the first band that's also a religion, The People's Love Cult. And now, back to our show. Come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Kodak Black, and we sponsor. Let's talk about that for a minute, alright? So, we took a break that YouTube didn't include in this thing, and I personally think that you should call YouTube and complain to them because they're a bunch of fucking assholes. These people on YouTube, they are a bunch of freaking demons who want to destroy and fully enslave the human fucking race! Has anyone been listening to InfoWars lately? Because I know that somebody in Kentucky, somebody in Louisiana, you know. So I had my music video for Petty Land slandered by the alt-right because I did a lot of videos about Alex Jones and just how dumb he was. You know, just him being like, "This is a freaking demon!" like all the time. And I did a video that I posted on Reddit. I posted on that dumbass Sam Hyde $1 Million Extreme. I'm Sam Hyde. I'm from New England, and I deserve to be white and famous. That's where I come from. White people land. So I did this whole thing about him, and I did a video that you wouldn't really expect much for. Like, I did videos that you wouldn't imagine Alex Jones to be doing. I did a video called Alex Jones on Recycling. And I posted on $1 Million Extreme! And all these alt-right assholes. I mean, I got Tim Heideggered, you know? Because you guys are a bunch of freaking demons who, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of you guys it's weird because these people believe in the lizards and the lizard people. And I think that would be actually pretty cool if lizard people ran everything. I was a big fan of the crocodile hunter, so that would mean that I would be with the crocodile people. And it would be fucking awesome, mate. Let's talk about that for a minute. South Africa. You know, there's a lot of, South Africa is an amazing place, but, there's a lot of white English people there who are pretty much like the Aussies, the Australians. And then they're there, and you see the South African people at the bar, and you go up to them and you say, South Africa! South Africa! You see, that's what you can do with a very high range in the music industry. Because this is a freaking demon with his podcast. His name is Mr. Pope, and he is a freaking demon. Dude, don't say that. I am going to get freaking killed. Did you guys know that Vice Media was started by the alt-right? Well, at least one side of them. Yes, that's right. Vice Media was started by the guy Neil McInnes. I'm Neil McInnes, and we're not the alt-right, we're the new right. We're the Proud Boys. And I bet you that Shane Smith, I bet you he's all part of that too. Shane Smith, I think that he, he's a big boy. He's eating a lot of red steak and red meat, and he drinks on the job, and well, he's got a lot of money because, Vice Land, they like to exploit. And the problem with that is that these assholes stay assholes. But then you have your skateboarder friend in the band Soul Particles that tells you, but dude, they're so fucking key. I really would love for one day for one of you guys to just try to sit down, you guys who are on the internet talking about how great Elon Musk is, and not compare him to somebody like Howard Hughes or some crazy shit-nosed narcissistic fucking billionaire. You're going to talk about Satanism in the music industry and in politics and all this stuff. Get off the fucking get up, leave the machine. Okay, that's why I have this new song. I've been making radio music recently because the radio sucks and the formula sucks, but I'm still on SoundCloud. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of do it my own way, It has nothing to do with the postmodernism, unless we forget the stupidity of all this stuff. There's an older generation out there, and, there really are kids in fucking cages right now, and you just posted his Facebook status about it. People think it's so lame to get involved with politics, but it's the same effect as People magazine, which is what I grew up with having to see, is a lot of people who like Quentin Tarantino movies and all this stuff, but at the same time, they think it's really lame to be a part of the man. And that, again, is what is called marketing. Alright? You're not really very unique or individual in order for being a great customer. This is the fucking issue again with people, is that it is marketing. I have worked in marketing. We will cut the fucking head of the goat and make you drink the blood for your buck. It is the same thing as advertising. And intensity is very good. Unfortunately, it's respected very much so in the world of business when you're a tough son of a bitch who's unapologetic. But now we have a little shit generation who don't really understand how to market themselves. So why the fuck does it matter? Because I'm not getting billions of dollars of investors or that. Because if you want to see something as dollars and cents, go ahead and try to be on Wall Street, but don't try to do it in South fucking Florida. Don't try to do it applying for a fucking job on Indeed. Don't try to do it and apply on some bullshit fucking thing on LinkedIn. Try to market your services as if your time's fucking money. That is the biggest problem with the white supremacist agenda in this goddamn country. Is that you little shits right now, whether you're a fucking little skateboarder or you're a little fucking
bald kid who gets money from Steve Ruhlman and people like that, go ahead. Go ahead and try to keep hustling your own kind. Or if you're a white fucker with dreads who likes underage girls because of how dumb they are, and you play in the Lake Worth Kava Bar district, Kava has kept this goddamn thing illegal, weed, the thing that I fucking smoke, for a very long fucking time. So quit with the bullshit. Quit with this fucking bullshit. I will be on this soapbox like Kennedy, because this is the free fucking press. Oh, you mad, LOL. Go fuck yourself, that's right. It's the same reason why we are denied the right to work in this fucking country. And we have so many idiot fucking unpaid henchmen, spokesmen for rehab centers in fucking recovery who go to meetings to recruit people and yet they get paid. Have you heard of the concept of patient brokering? And you're not going to do shit about this? Florida? It's a game. It's a fucking game they play. In this fucking state. They play a fucking game. Because we have a minimum wage of $4 fucking if you're a fucking waiter in the service industry. But because you work for some goddamn colorful, saturated, hip restaurant, that's okay? Go fuck yourself. Bullshit. I have been to other fucking places without being a part of this nonsense. I am not your fucking stamp liquor. You want to work with me? Then you work on my fucking dime. Because from now on, I am self-employed. Go fuck yourself and fuck your money.
So Reddit, you're going to throw me in Facebook jail because of something I said in regards to, just not sucking the dick of some people I don't fucking know. Consumerism. Because why? Because Reddit has its own fucking market. Reddit has its own market and is monetized by what? Then why don't you go and you throw Sam Hyde in jail for the hate speech he's committed? Why don't you go and you throw the fucking pedophiles that you have enabled through 4chan, through your child porn trafficking operation that you people are? And for years, you assholes on 4chan and Reddit created Pepe the Frog as this goddamn hate speech symbol. And it's bullshit. Go fuck yourself. Of course, do not say there's not an alt-right. That's Fox fake news. The foundation of fake fucking news is Fox. Because the adversary loves this shit. And so does the emperor. And that is Donald J. Trump. And the great dictator we have right now is Vladimir fucking Putin. Wake the fuck up. I'm not woke. I fucking read. And the fact that people who have a knowledge of the internet have a bigger say than people who actually want to create systematic change? And now you're going to police the internet? Suck my fucking cock, dude. How dumb can you fucking be? Obviously, the Young Turks aren't getting that kind of traffic that Fox News gets with a 24-hour news station so you can masturbate and fuck a hooker in the same time you're hearing about this conspiracy against the president. Because the Bible says, there used to be a Southern strategy. Now there is a stupid strategy. And that is how Donald Trump got elected. Was through this fucking thing. Orson Welles was prophetic when he did War of the Worlds. Because you guys with nothing will really believe anything you hear. But now we have everything. You can go to a damn pawn shop and you can pick up a whatever. And once again, you're in the connected world. So you old fat bastards can't be complaining when kids are creating their own jobs through the little shit generation. And that goes for you, Investments Limited. That goes for you, Mr. Jim Batmacian. You fucking slumlord. You donate our tax money to every primary in a shit dumbass state
because your ass is out fucking prostitutes and your disgusting fucking troll wife? That's right. I'm talking about Investments fucking Limited. If you're going to complain, if you're going to go ahead and be aware, children listening to this, then do it within your local community and hold these bastards accountable. Okay? Don't try to sell me on some new age diet pill pyramid scheme where it's all a conspiracy, it's all that. You're fucking high, and some of you don't even smoke weed. You spend your time listening conspiracy theories, you know, and you grow your fucking beard, but hold your ass accountable. You want to be with the took and not the take? Well, guess what? Look at your race. Look at your identification. Alright? Enough with the idiocy. You know who used to do shit like this and get a lot of attention for it because he was saying, come on, people, was Bill fucking Cosby. So that's your fucking fault. That's America's fucking fault. And then fat bastards like Bill Maher want to go and complain and then do this, on Cornell University. Pseudo-intellectual pieces of shit. Fuck every agenda out there. Fuck all that shit. Because you have to remove what really is and what is not. There is a net. Even before there was the internet, there was a consciousness called the status quo. The purpose of the internet is to create its own status quo. And that's the generation we live in. You don't have to be a fat loser like David Crosby. And yeah, you know, I get a lot of shit for talking about fat people, but you know, I don't believe in fat shaming. I believe in self-love. I'm a big fan of Lizzo. I think she's a lot like Aretha Franklin. And when I say that, I say this is because there is clearly a population of people who can't move their arms and legs who are going to be the first to be taken advantage of. You need to sacrifice the quality of what you want with what you really desire. And when I say that, I mean this. Alright? Good taste will get you far. You're not going to settle for less. You're going to be a little kid working in a restaurant. You're going to be frugal and all this stuff. You're going to do that. And then you're going to talk about the struggles of this and paying bills. And then you're going to look at somebody who is a have. There's haves and have-nots. But that's just not the way it is. Alright? You can rise above that bullshit. And the fact that I intentionally do that and I avoid the assholes who try to put me in my fucking place for that, I'm the dickhead. So Reddit and weep, ladies and gentlemen. Reddit and weep. You know, I don't really know. When you have an international company, there is no make America great again. There's a consistency of reputation. So we've gone too fucking far, and it's not fucking funny when you're gonna go with your Farmville love of Trump and be like, well, I mean, he is a funny guy, you know, he's really good with that. Because you're a dumb person. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. I'm Ben Shapiro. You know, wah. All of a sudden, Reddit, the site that made 4chan, that made fucking disgusting suicide images funny. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, Reddit. Yeah, I'm gonna hashtag Reddit in this bullshit. And you guys with your self-made memes and all this stuff, you know, I know how to use Microsoft Paint too. I'll fire right back at your bitch ass. So get the fuck out of here. Hypocrites. That's the formation of this. And when it's a matter of, I don't know, intelligence, that's the same word that the CIA uses. They're doing the same damn thing now. And it's not really so much a they as it is an economy. Because it used to be idealistic and moralistic, but people make their political party decisions based on what they fucking want. You're not going to impress your grandma by saying that this leader is good in that and whatnot. Alright? Sorry if that fucking bothers you. There is a complete game that is in place. And I don't play chess. I think that shit is for fucking nerds. So I choose to not be a fucking nerd. Sorry if that bothers you. Alright, so let's change the subject now. We've got a lot of great stuff going down. We're going to listen to music for the rest of this podcast, and it's a radio broadcast in that respect. Please check out Sun God Records, The Talentless Mr. Pope. And don't forget to not like and share, but just fucking listen to the music and buy it. You know, because you know what you help? You help me. You help the host of Let's Talk About That for a Minute, Mr. Pope.
I came here to reminisce. Now reminisce real soon. Love is a shot you can't miss. Go put down your silver spoon. The world may let us down, so be ready for now. The world's gonna let us down. The world is gonna let us all down. The world's gonna let us all down. Let me reminisce right now. All the memories I had, I try to get my peace, but they're pieces of my life, missing fragments of me. The world is gonna let us down, but even my memory seems things weren't really that great, not as great as back then. I thought my voice had been heard, I thought I had nothing else to prove, until shot and abandoned I was in the road with not a friend too soon. You hate me for my drinking and my way of thinking, every band that I couldn't want. It's not the 70s anymore, yeah I get it, but I hear that something is a marketing scam. You know, the world is gonna let us all down, might as well be now. The world's gonna let us down, might as well be right now. Let me reminisce right now, let me reminisce right now. Let me reminisce right now, right now. The world's gonna let me down, and I have no more faith in the world. Until next year.
Nah, man, I wouldn't let Post Malone. I wouldn't, dude. He's a fucking loser, man. Dude, I wouldn't let like any female I know around him for any time.
When we talk about things,
So cool. Now that's what I
call entertainment. About me and you. Goddamn, I don't know what to do. Every art of love is the hardest thing to do. The art of love is never about the next move. Or maybe it is, 'cause in my own opinion I ain't listening. The art of love, the art of love, the art of love. Well, it isn't fair how dumb those lovers seem. They're always getting together in some strange old dream. Should be you right by her side, and still she keeps some sad tattooed boy in her eyes, touching her fat thighs as you want to look away. Oh baby, I didn't mean it, I don't mean it, I'm just thinking about you every day. You can't even tell me why, I just still wanna die, and I'm looking forward no way. It's not just about my mood or my shitty attitude, I just want to be over with. And right now, in the distance, and then she took me, and she didn't have sex with me. In fact, me and her had a very long conversation about what we disagreed with, and that was that. That was that. Oh, you just seem to know every other girl to her is like a clone. She's so unique, but she's probably the type that will throw you back out on the streets, because she's getting ready for her job at the Camgirl live stream. She doesn't want your dumb face in her video, and you're just saying no, and you're just saying yo. She don't want your sorry ass around, and you can tell by the way she
I'm Chorus.
Chorus ends, the child of tomorrow. Look away, look away for the other night. I just want to see you forever. Is it me? I feel like I can't even trust you. That's all you just do. It's like living in a loveless world, but when all these years apart, all apart. But I've been willing to change you. I've been willing to change you, darling, yes. Tell me all you wanna know, my lady. I'll show you what I mean. Because if you say anything like I'll never turn away. I'll wait in your slave. You know I'm always on the streets of lovers' road. When I'm alone, you know I fall into your control. This is not true. No, I won't let you go without you. No, I want to do. I'll give you away. So what I do. So I need is your eyes. You rescue from who I am,
Would it kill you to make you stronger, helpless, matter what? Goddamn, I see right through. Enough's enough. I was born to see the light, but not to believe. 12 is in pieces, reduced to size of misery. The doctor keep looking at me, can't baptize a guy like me. No, but this is still what I'm saying. This is how it be like. It be like, oh, this is how it be like. Now I remember when I was meant to be some kind of mercy legend from my family tree, not stemming from nothing no more. Tried to produce because I couldn't get a record deal knocking at the door. All day, I know Interscope, I know how to work with these sick folks. But I choose not to because yeah, I got the plan to hell you know what I do. Some got records and shit, my dreams I make come true. This is how it be like. Oh, this is how it be like. So never underestimate the gun of the craft. Yeah, I got your message, I ain't got the wall. And anything I gotta say, I already said before. And I ain't trying to stay online. No, I ain't trying to stay online. Rather be on vinyl. I don't really care how it goes. This time now, well, I know this is how it be like. It be like, oh, well, this is how it be like. It be like that.
Can't
ourselves, we'll see who we really are in hell. Casino Royale, Casino Royale, Casino Royale, Casino Royale. True lovers making plans from the side of the room, and now what can I say do? Hopefully I'm not in love with you. I really hope I'm not in love with you. Casino Royale, Casino. I've got to stay away from Casino Royale. Casino Royale, Casino Royale. I swear to God I'm not in love with you. I swear to God I'm not in love with you. So in these times, don't in the dream what we're doing. Casino Royale, Casino Royale, Casino Royale, Casino Royale. Memories of a corner, different from mine. Images in my head, the feelings like fine wine. Will I ever find another woman, ever catch that girl? Wonder who will listen, it's the precious thing they share. Then I see the kind of healing do I get. What does it matter? Are your feelings right? Don't know. You got to look the show, how she's dancing there. Now the news on cloud, sensation is in town. Going to take my girlfriend, going to spin her around. Very mad for so long, and now what can I do? day. Funny I was, swore our family songs without love. The angels in the room with me, laughing and unsure that we didn't want their sin. Now back to reality. Sitting here thinking about maybe if I imagine me, could I ever catch that girl? Not in the way they think, in the social relevant world. And I cannot take you back. I'm tired of looking at the screen. Your eyes are the only thing in the discarded memory. Plus there are no clones of you. Why would I waste my breath? There's nothing like the times I feel.
Je suis in stereo.
Don't you